Ain't mine. Wicked women using children to live on. Wanna hurt and try to hate, cause she know the thrill is gone. See, man, I stopped smoking with haters back in 94. But niggas thinking that a sweet gon' get them through my door. And niggas talk a lot of shit in a safe place. I know, cause he ain't look me out of eye when he in my face. Nigga, I ride dirty, but I shine so clean. Glitter and gleam ain't all what it look like. You get that? Did you get that? Nigga, I ride dirty every day, but still I shine so clean. I got something to drive. It may not be clean, bitch. But the insides, what's inside this bitch, me, is clean. Glitter and gleam. Motherfucker shit popping. They got the money to afford that expensive ass shit, and it's clean as a motherfucker. But the motherfucker inside it is dirty than a motherfucker. A dirty motherfucker. What you know about that? I know all about that. What you dry don't make you clean. What's inside is what make you clean. Nigga, I ride dirty every day, but still I shine so clean. Glitter and gleam ain't all what it look like. Big up Pimp C. Rest in power. We doing air signs next. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Y'all pulled, change the direction. But then it was in reverse. And it went back upright. Because I was confused. I thought it felt like this, but then it was like this. And I was like, well, damn, was it like that? Because that's kind of reverse. But see, it look like it's like this if it's in reverse. You know, I was confused. So some of y'all may be confused right now. People fucking with y'all. And get into some self-care and integration. And not knowing what your life purpose is all over the place. Some of y'all feeling all over the place. You thought you had it, but now you don't. You thought you had endless abundance, but now you don't. You thought you chose the path that with your most authentic self. Now you don't know who you is again, kind of shit. Sound like some witchcraft. Any of y'all dealing with that kind of mental fuckery? Sound like some witchcraft. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm just telling y'all. Keep changing up your mind. Changing up your mind. You keep changing up your mind. Money may be involved. Take care of yourself, honey. Work on your creative expressions and stay true to you. That's all I can say. But somebody playing that dirty game. Y'all thought y'all knew what y'all was supposed to do? Now y'all don't have a clue. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Some of y'all need to return to nature. Some of y'all sick. You hear that? Follow what makes you happy. Stop listening to people. For real. There's so much cheshy. Too much so. With so much of what you should be doing and we're hearing. Shut the fuck up. Y'all listening to too many people. Y'all really do. Like, bitch, shut up. Y'all feel like y'all should forgive somebody or y'all want somebody to forgive y'all? Honey, focus on something else. You are supported by the universe. Hello, somebody. Trust your intuition about you. And go into some visualization, some affirmations, and some manifestation. Do a vision board. Get to what you want to. You can learn a lot from a vision board if you just don't think it. Don't get away from that. A lot of mental play. Or just grab some magazines and go with what comes to mind. When you see something, cut it out if it calls to you. Don't think about it, though. You can learn a lot about what you want or what you like by visualization boards without thought attached to it. You know? For real. You will see what you really want. Even if you act like you don't want that, you know? It's kind of just letting shit come out that's in you. Trust your intuition. Don't think too much into it. Don't start thinking about what another motherfucker said that you would like. Don't start thinking about what another motherfucker would like that ain't you. Do you. But don't leave the mind out of it. Go with your intuition, your gut. Can say cut that out? I like that. Oh, yeah. And before you know it, you'll have a big visualization board with your deepest desires, unbeknownst to you. You could be denying it. Something you want. This is denying it. Changing direction. Keep changing up your mind. And keep changing up your mind. Don't let money change you. Almighty dollar. Follow what makes you happy. If you don't want to forgive a motherfucker, don't forgive a motherfucker. Come on, Libra. I'm feeling this coming from a Libra. The tossing up. Can't really make a decision. And if you do not want to forgive somebody, you don't want to be around somebody, you don't want to deal with somebody, don't. You don't have to. But what you're not going to do is keep on back and forth. Should you not, should you not. Talk to your guides if it comes down to the worst part of it. What should I do? You know? Some of y'all tried patience and stillness, but still can't come up with the answer. Because you just back and forth in your mind. Ooh, honey, in y'all business. Y'all need to stop. If it's an Aquarius or Gemini, honey, listen, let me tell you. Just knock it off. Be your most authentic self. Do you know who that is? Well, you need to find it. And you're going to have to rely on yourself to find it. You can't depend on nobody else to tell you who you is. That's a dangerous game to play with yourself. Because a motherfucker sure tell you. Let me tell you something. If you don't take control of your mind, honey, somebody else will tell you in a minute what to do. Because they don't know what to do with theirs either. But they would love to get their hands on yours. And you asking them to too? You got to be one crazy person. Endless abundance. That's what your life purpose is attached to. Endless abundance. Some of y'all know y'all are great people, but for some reason, I read this in a book about Libra energy because I had Libra in my chart and I was kind of studying the sign. They said that Libras tend to always think it's an air of fraudulence to them, where you think you like a fraud, like you didn't get it like everybody else, and you know, release that bullshit. That's a curse from the pit of hell. You ain't as authentic as somebody else. That's what it say. Be your most authentic self. Because some of y'all don't think y'all, what the fuck? Hold up. I got to get a tweezer, y'all, because I'm about to get mad. So y'all tend to think that other people is more authentic than y'all. I don't know why. To me, it's kind of like alien. It's foreign. Because it's like, you can only be who you are. You go through what you go through. You experience what you experience. How does that make you a fraud? You comparing yourself to other people. And then coming up with the summation that you are a fraud. And they're more authentic than you. But how? You don't have the same stories. You don't have the same experiences. It's your story, their stories, their story. It's not about authentication. It's about what you actually lived and who you actually are. That's why y'all getting tripped up on y'all life purpose. Some of y'all feel like y'all life purpose is to be one thing and it could be to be another thing. If it is the thing that y'all think it is, y'all starting to compare yourselves to other people, which is very dangerous because what they got to do with what you're doing. Even if you're doing the same thing. Two people are not alike. Cannot be. It's impossible. No matter how much somebody tries to even be somebody else, you're not that person. I wouldn't give a fuck what you do. You know how many Michael Jackson impersonators there are? Impersonator. That mean it ain't personal because they ain't him. They're trying to make some money. So they impersonate. Which is impersonal to them. They're just good at acting like that person and they need some money. They could like to sing and everything, but they just don't know how to do it themselves with their own. They're impersonator. And it's not personal. It's impersonal because they need some money. Go get some money. If y'all painters and somebody else paints, y'all think they more authentic than you. How? If somebody's singing, y'all sing, y'all think they more authentic than you. If y'all rap and they rap, y'all think they more authentic than you. If they're a motivational speaker and you a motivational speaker, you think they're more authentic than you. If they're an actor and you're an actor, you think they're more authentic than you. I'm telling you. If they're a writer and you're a writer, you think that they're more. How, Libra? And how has this become a Libra reading? What's up, Gemini and Aquarius? What y'all got to say? Y'all feel the same way with some stuff? I don't feel like Aquarius. It's some Libra shit. Could be some Gemini shit too. But, this sounds Libra-ish. All of y'all are supported. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you do. And some of y'all may want to get into the visualization board where you just, just like that. Detach and move on. See it. Cut it out. Move on to the next picture. Move on to the next page. Don't put too much thought into it, You will be able to see a lot about yourself. Raise your vibe when you're doing it. Or chill. If you're down in the dumps, you got to raise your vibe up some. Some people don't. Some people that are younger don't, I guess, believe in tarot. Why are you watching it? Some people are fraudulent. Some people are very good at seeing how fraudulent they are. But who made you the judge and the jury of who's fraudulent and who ain't? Even if you feel like it's your path, sometimes you will do that to yourself too. Because it's your right path, you will sit back and judge other people that's doing it and saying they this and they that to make yourself feel comfortable enough or confident enough to take that path. It could be your path, and you don't have to diminish anyone else in order for your light to shine. You just recognize, okay, this is what they do. So it's some people out here that's liars or just really shouldn't be doing this or whatever. It's an observation thing. It doesn't become a way to build self-confidence off of somebody else's, wrong path choice. Some people be like this. Listening to readers or listening to content creators, I can do better than that. Well, why you ain't doing it? Do it. And then that leaves no room for you to be talking about anybody and what they can and can't do. You see how you waste time with that? It's a distraction. Just get to work. Fuck what they doing. What you do. Let's see it. Get it out there. I wouldn't give a fuck if ain't nobody watching you. They don't know until you out there. Just keep pumping out content. Somebody is sick and about to die. But fucking with y'all the wrong way. I'm just telling you the truth. Worthiness and receptivity. Some people, I have to work on this too. Have to work on their worthiness to receive something beyond what they've ever received before. Something on a higher vibe, something that you never thought would happen, or something that you never considered, or, not even that you think you're not good enough for it. No, you just never experienced it before. So you have to tap into just a higher vibration, a higher frequency than that low vibe ass shit. Y'all leaving that kind of shit behind. I don't even know what that is. Is somebody choking like that? Do you need some milk with some water? You just keep on. Somebody about to die for fucking with y'all the wrong way. Somebody got real bad allergies? You need to take some allergy medicine? Some of y'all just got to be worthy enough to receive it. It reminds me of Cardi B. This reminds me of Cardi B. Never thought that she would be where she was at, but always knew she deserved where she's at. But have to somehow keep reminding herself that she's worthy of what she's receiving, that she's receptive of what life has granted her thus far. That way, you can kind of detach and move on from the self-sabotaging bullshit, and detach and move on from constantly asking, do you deserve it? That's that bullshit that I'm talking about. It says worthiness and receptivity. That's kind of like looking at other people and saying they deserve this more than I do, or they really authentic with this shit. I really ain't. What? How you there then? How did you get on the path in the first place? How did you get your walking it? You know what I'm saying? If it's happening for you, then you were worthy of it, right? If you ain't do nothing crazy to get it, and you got it by authentic means. When you don't get it by authentic means, I mean, you taking the elevator everywhere, tricking people, doing all this old extra shit instead of just keep on taking the stairs. Ain't nobody ever going to be able to make me, quote unquote, believe that I am not authentic in whatever it is I do, because I always take the stairs wherever I go. And I know it's the right path because it's the harder road, which makes you automatically authentic with whatever the fuck you choose, wherever the fuck you end up at, whatever the fuck you end up doing. You wouldn't be in the room with actresses getting parts, doing the things that you're supposed to do if you weren't supposed to be there. And you've been taking the stairs. That's just one part of the journey. It's not the whole goddamn journey. I want to get into writing movies or something. I got a really crazy mind on the action-packed side. So a motherfucker can look at a cabinet. If I look at that same cabinet, I might see the knobs on it as a nose of the cabinet. I might see the nails in that bitch as the eyes of the cabinet. Where motherfuckers just see a cabinet, you know? Next thing you know, I got a cartoon with kitchen cabinets talking. A whole goddamn cartoon called The Kitchen Cabinets. Okay? You know they got a lot to talk about because there's some shit always in there. Hello, somebody? You think if I was in a room with Tyler Perry and Spike Lee, I would feel less authentic because that's what they do? I don't fucking think so. I took the stairs every motherfucking where. I just happened to stop in this little office. What y'all fellas doing? You think we could get this cracking? Not feeling authentic. No, that ain't a part of it. Some of y'all are dealing with patience and stillness because where y'all going, it's a lot of work. Like my baby told me at 3 years old, Mommy, we got a lot of work to do. And I was like, I knew he wasn't lying. He was only 3. He was serious as fuck, and I did not think he was playing. I heard him loud and the fuck clear, just like this. Receptive as fuck. You hear me? And it's like, he was trying to tell me we need to rest. You know, patience, stillness, rest, detach and move on from what people gonna do to you. You know, don't get caught up so much on forgiving people. Just keep moving. Speak your truth and keep moving. Have faith and keep moving. That's what I heard. You won't have to carry it away for a minute, Ma. But have faith and keep moving. We got a lot of work to do. On ourselves, clearly self-care and integration came up. So that's one work that we had to do. But it was work. It was rest required in that self-care, integration, and in the patience and stillness because of the long road ahead. That's the truth of the matter. When people give it to you raw, then you can say, okay, I can see. I can see now. I can see now. It's not an overnight thing. People say, okay, it's not an overnight thing, but they're not giving it to me raw like I need it. Like these crystals. This raw, you know? I need it raw. I need it raw like her ass, you know? For real. Hey, wherever it's at, I need it raw like that. You know? Wherever I end up, I end up. If I end up playing a goddamn guitar and I was once a rapper. How the fuck? Let me tell you something. You limiting yourself based off of allowing people to put you on it. And you could be on the right path all motherfucking day long. The only difference is you have an expanded perspective on that path, and you stop listening to motherfuckers that you are in relationships with. Ships sink, you know? Ships do sink. And clearly somebody is up and somebody is down. Offering advice that could drag you down. Because you've been on the right path, you just haven't had the right perspective about it, or it hasn't been expanded enough. You can't tell me what I can do. That's what I love about Diddy. One thing about Diddy, Diddy gonna do what he do, how he do it. 50 is getting the same way. You're not about to tell me what lane I can be in when I got the whole goddamn street. As long as I'm on the right path, what difference do it make? And as long as I put on the blinker so that I don't cause an accident to somebody else behind me or beside me, it's really none of your fucking business what my expanded perspective has become. You're not about to just say, I'm a motherfucker dancing. Like Suge came on the thing, said, if you want a dope producer, not all in the videos dancing, come to Death Row. Diddy did it all. He gonna dance, he gonna rap, he give a fuck. He'll grab a goddamn guitar if he want to. He gonna do whatever he want to do. He gonna do tequila. He gonna do all kind of shit because he want to. He on the right path. It's just an expanded path. Okay? I ain't causing no accidents. I'm letting motherfucker know when I'm moving over. He won't walk Disney. What's wrong with that? You know? That don't make him inauthentic. He gonna be... Okay, so if he got the money to buy Walt Disney or to get in the room and make some shit happen as far as Walt Disney is concerned, he's gonna feel unauthentic because the people there have been only working for Walt Disney their whole lives. No shame to them, but don't that sound kind of crazy? No, you just know a little bit more than me. I just happen to be following what makes me happy. You know, mountains gonna come, but I'm still going in the right direction. It doesn't matter. Some tasks are bigger than others. Some visions are bigger than others. Some shit works. Some shit doesn't. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm on the right path to what makes me happy. What gives me fulfillment. And I ain't never unauthentic or inauthentic because I switch it up from time to time with what makes me happy and what brings me fulfillment. Fulfillment, excuse me. People just be in your ear talking. Why? I don't know. I really don't. Why you listen? I don't know. I take into consideration what people say, and sometimes I disagree because they be wrong as fuck about me. Like, nah, I appreciate that though, because I can see where you was going with that, but no, that ain't what I'm trying. That's not what I'm looking for. You know? Anybody else? You know, Virgo magician energy. Got Virgo in your chart? You got some magician in here. Be looking for somebody to tell you something to alchemize this, honey. I don't think I'm perfect. I just stay self-critiquing. I know everything that's wrong with me from the tip of my head to the bottom of my motherfucking soles at my feet, bitch. I know. What I feel like need work. It doesn't matter what somebody else thinks. Because if you want me, it ain't going to matter to you either, is it? And you probably going to tell me to chill out judging myself kind of shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've heard it over and over. You know wrong with you, except just that's nice, that's nothing. The shit I got to work through. And I don't obsess about it. I don't know if any Virgo do, honestly. Do you, Libra? Do you, Gemini? You might. Yeah, hell yeah, that Mercury, bitch. That motherfucker. Aquarius, I don't think y'all never gave a fuck. Y'all real self-confident, self-assured. May have y'all moments, but for the most part, y'all know what the fuck be going on. Knight of Cups. Page of Wands. I'm trying to see what y'all gonna venture off into next. I know that's right. Four of Pentacles. And some people hold on to dear life for shit that ain't working for them no more. Because they scared to do something different. Ain't that crazy? And fear that they're gonna be inauthentic because they get into something new. What? I ain't never thought that putting down hair for tarot. To me, they was one and the same because so many hairstylists are highly spiritual and highly intuitive and a vibe. So I didn't ever look at it like that. If I was to put down tarot and picked up hair, and what the fuck do that got to do with the fiber of my heart and the fiber of my being as a person? I'm a good person. I'm a very good person. I know that. Ain't nobody gotta tell me, validate it. And what I do to make money or get fulfillment is nobody's business. If you love it, you love it. Like, share, and subscribe. If you don't, if you ain't feeling the vibe, carry the fuck on to somebody where you do feel it. I ain't mad. And I ain't comparing myself to nobody else. You can't do that, especially not in the world of tarot. You reading tarot? Your ass better find a pocket and get in that bitch and find those that rock with you. That's one thing in here. I gave you the secret. In here, I told somebody this. And I think the motherfucker skyrocketed. She was a social worker. She's still a social worker, but she had her stuff on the side that she would sell. And she had some cute ass shit. But I gave her this advice. And from that point, I seen her business pick up. She did lashes. She sold shit on the side. She didn't give a fuck. But she was a social worker. And she loved that too. However, she had other shit she liked to do. I said, girl, find motherfuckers that like you. That's all you gotta do. Authentically like you. And more than likely, they're gonna be motherfuckers that feel how you feel. Like I feel you kind of shit. Motherfuckers that got a little bit of the same thought processes, but not the same. Just vibe with you. Who wouldn't want that type of customer base? Why you want somebody that may or may not? Why you want some lukewarm motherfucker? Wouldn't you rather motherfucker to be like, I ain't feeling her. Okay. Thank you. Then you got a motherfucker like, I'm feeling that motherfucker. Okay. Come on, baby. But the lukewarm, okay, 10, 10, 9, 10. Get the fuck, spew you out. Because I ain't never get to 10. Get in the pocket, baby. It's way more shit. It's about the same. Tarot is about the same as hair when it comes to so many people doing it. And some of y'all been visionary since y'all was a baby. Have visions, all that shit. Want to help people in love, all that shit. Get it? Honey, figure it out. Everybody else is around this bitch. I'm trying to tell you what's going to bring you fulfillment. Whatever going to bring you fulfillment, it doesn't matter who else is doing it. If it's going to bring you fulfillment, it doesn't matter who else is doing it. Get in there and do your shit. And the people that fuck with you and like you and vibe with you, going to like you and fuck with you and vibe with you anyway. And those are the people that you want. You don't want a bunch of people on your platform that you're trying to convince that you're the shit. I want motherfuckers to already feel like that. Okay? And that's it. Y'all is making me nervous, ear signs. It don't matter if you're a man or a woman. Some of y'all got the burden of channeling. It is a burden. It really is. They may think it look all cute and pretty, bitch. Shut up. Bitch, please. Just stay with your job, honey. And still, hey, listen. And the pay is 0. You ain't making a whole lot of money. I made way more money doing hair. Trust me. And I made good money reading cards until you get into the spiritual depths of it. You get into the generational curse breaker. It's not, I looked at it as just a career. Even though I was under spiritual attack all my life. Even though I had visions and all that. What that got to do with anything? You still don't know until you know. And I damn sure wasn't putting that into the equation. That I'm going to be spiritually attacked, taken off my path, shadow banned, witchcrafted, harassed. No clue. It wasn't no different than me looking at Miss Cleo, auntie, for inspiration. Like, damn, she had 1-800 numbers cracking back in that time. I'm not thinking about it even being attached to the fact that I do generational curse breaking. To me, that's something personal. Just so my son and certain people don't have to deal with that shit. Or their children don't have to deal with it. Other than that, and I was really on some covering my mother and father's ass, really my mother's. On some, I'm going to look out for you because I see this is the direction you're going. So I'm going to go and finish it off. So, because you ain't going to make it to the finish line kind of shit. However, me, never hungry, doing what I do, no, I didn't have that in my mind at all. However, sometimes generational curse breaking, and if you on the path to read tarot, that shit collides, and it be an ugly son of a bitch. Ain't got nothing to do with where you saw yourself going. You love chakras, you love spirituality, you love metaphysics, you love crystals, you love tarot, you love helping people. You can even deal with the psychic attacks. You know? Real talk. But the shit that comes with that shit, you not having no money, being attacked, all that shit, man, come on, man. You don't put that into that motherfucking shit. No. And the crazy part about it, with some of y'all, this is how you know authenticity. You wouldn't have it no other way but to keep doing what it is that you're doing. If somebody say, would you like to, what brings you peace? And you will still say the same thing that you calling yourself inauthentic about because some other people do it. And they got more subscribers kind of shit. Or more people that follow them. What they got to do with you? I would have never been as successful as I was doing hair if I would have kept looking at other people. I didn't never look at nobody else. I didn't care who was more popular. I didn't care who people thought was more popular as long as I was popular amongst who I was doing. As long as when I handed them the mirror, they loved it. Or when it got to the point where they said, girl, I don't need no mirror. I know my shit tight. That's what I got fulfillment out of. What a motherfucker was doing next to me, what a salon was doing across the street next to, I didn't care. I really didn't. It was really none of my, I mean, what the fuck can do it? I can't make their money. They making their money. However they making it. Okay, they do a good job. Fine. What they got to do with me? And the people that I got to get up out of here. Because they got to go to work. What got shit to do? Be sitting here. How the fuck? Now, hear me good. If you got a motherfucker right here that reads tarot, do hair, do music, do art, culinary chef, whatever the fuck a motherfucker occupation is, how the fuck would they get any of this done if they're steadily looking at the person next to them that also has this same amount of work to do? You won't never get shit done. You will always be second guessing yourself. What they're doing has absolutely nothing to do with you and who you're doing it for. It has to authentically come out of you. It has to come out of your heart space. And whoever filling your heart space, they're going to feel you and they're going to patronize you. Sometimes, honey, they won't patronize you because ain't nobody heart is cut like yours that got to you as of yet. You got a special type of cut on you. You feel me? You cut a certain type of way. They got different diamond cuts of diamonds. Okay? You cut a certain type of way. Wait for people that's cut like you to get to you. To take you where you need to go. But don't stop taking it serious. And quit looking at what other people are doing. That you do. You can do it for inspiration. Here, I look for inspiration to learn. That's the only two things. Inspiration to learn. I didn't give a fuck how good they was. I didn't give a fuck how many clients they got. I didn't give a fuck how much money they made. It was not my concern. My concern was learning to add to my shit, to make my shit pop like I needed to pop. And to get inspired. Like, damn, that motherfucker popping kind of shit. And that's it. They better than me. Oh my God. No, you're gonna lose. You coming out losing, not swinging. And Wiz not losing. Wiz just winning, okay? You always sitting up here meditating and trying to figure out how to tap in. Stop looking at your competitor. You missing your own blessings inside of you. And it's not a competitor. It's just somebody that happens to do the same thing that you do. Whatever it is. A person can't, let me tell you something. Just think of Amy Winehouse and Beyonce. Think of Amy Winehouse and Jennifer Hudson. Think of Amy Winehouse and whoever. The way she, her mess up is popping, candy shit. Amy a hit a note you ain't never heard in your goddamn life. She didn't give a fuck. That should be jamming like a motherfucker, okay? Hello, somebody. You is you. Where is it coming from? Especially if it's coming from a place where you was in some form of pain or hurting or felt left out in the cold, fucked up. You really gonna put the juice in the sauce on there then, whatever it is that you do, music or whatever. And you shouldn't always have to be in a place of pain in order to produce some dope as fuck. It's just true. You shouldn't even have to get drunk in order to do some shit. Nothing. Just inspired thoughts. Challenge yourself. Instead of comparing yourself to other people. Just imagine that. You like this. Like you this wise motherfucker, but you looking in on somebody else's work and now you gonna take something from what they said to that. No, some shit is to wrap. This is what you call building. You know? Now, in the right perspective, this is a wise person that's looking at this person work out their own shit, but they're not in the same place. However, he could still learn something from him because he was once here. But now this person is here, so now he can still learn something from where he once was. Because he's going to do something different because they're not the same people. And that don't make him any less wiser. No, that just means this person is a source of inspiration for somebody that's a little bit more wise. Just like he can learn from him. You're a forever student, for real. You just is. Anywhere you go. Especially if you talk about building some type of legacy or empire, you definitely going to have to perfect your craft. If you get into this work, I'm trying to tell you, if you into slaying devils and you work for God, honey, just get used to the devil. That's what you're going to do. Just get used to the devil. You hear that fly buzzing around, Beelzebub-ish type of energy? It's big and it's a fat fly too, but I like flies. I like Lord of the Flies. I had a communion with them one time because they were sending them. Literally send locusts all over your bed, do all that kind of shit to you. And then this is how you learn how to commune with nature. And you get nature to be your friend instead of doing the bidding for these people. So I talk to insects and stuff like that. They send certain stuff to me. I say, listen, little bumblebee, little fly, wherever they send in, you work for God. You don't work for these people. So stop doing this. This is how you commune with nature when you're dealing with some form of dark magic or witches sending stuff your way. Sometimes they know exactly what they're sending. Sometimes they don't. However, you also going to work on your intuitive muscle if you do any type of spiritual work to realize that they are sending something like that. You know, you got to recognize it. This is a motherfucking op fly. Be their ancestors. Shit. Think you don't? They covered my whole bed. It was twice they did that to me. Covered my bed with muckles, whatever them things is. Them nasty motherfuckers. And they did it with flies. I just talked to them like, y'all are so... The second time, I talked to them like, y'all, this is so terrible. You should be ashamed. You are selling out God for these weird people. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Mr. Flies, sitting up here, letting somebody else rule you, when you should only be letting God rule you. Or somebody that's made in the image and likeness of God and acting appropriately to tell you what to do. You're listening to dark people telling you to do this stuff. Well, shame on you, Mr. Flies. And then before you know it, we was friends. Took about 2 days. I was like this, y'all. A bed full of flies. Took about, listen up, Mr. Flies. For real. You could feel they felt bad. They did. They felt real bad. They really did. They felt real bad. Because they know they flew in there doing that shit that look like flies on there. Instead of leaves that look like flies, that's how they was all over my bed. Then they feel like this when I'm talking to them, chastising them. You don't do nothing. Why would you go against God? Why would you do that? And then they was doing this. They didn't know what to do. Well, we here, so what we do now? Then they became my friend. And they just hang around with me. They got off my bed, then they just stayed and just hung around flying around. I didn't kill them either. They eventually just went away. Vamoose. Talking about into the sun, y'all. Vamoose. Yeah, man. So, y'all gonna get it together and stop comparing yourselves to other people that do what y'all do. And stop feeling confused about your life path because y'all are on the right path. I know it sounds cliche to say seek within, but sometimes you really have to see what you've come up with this far, even if it's something. If you kind of keep leaning to the same thing, that's a clear indication that something that you're supposed to be doing. If you feel like you've reached a dry patch, maybe you have. It ain't nothing wrong with looking at somebody else for your source of inspiration. However, the game said that he wished he would have did it more like Kendrick, but you didn't. You did it more like the game. So that's what you're going to take with you. On top of, you can't be separate from, that's like my real name is Lamia. I can't be separate from Eternal Dragonfly. Because it is me. That's why I always say, I'll be feeling Oprah when she says she hates brands. She hates branding. It's like branding an animal kind of situation. You are your brand. You are. You know? And people going to tend to hold on to whatever it is you came in the game with. Whatever game that is. Music, hair. I don't consider spirituality a game at all, so I'm not going to put that in there. But I'm just saying, certain stuff they consider a game because it's like a system of things. And it's a way you got to play it in order to quote unquote win. But you just going to be Jayceon when you want to be. That's like Diddy went from Diddy, P. Diddy, Puffy, Love, Sean Diddy Combs, Sean Combs. That's a lot of names. Jay, what's Jay-Z, Jay, Jigga, Sean Carter, Mr. Carter, J-Hove, Hova. I mean, honey, pick which one name you want, honey. I mean, for real. People just don't tend to lean on what you once were. And then one day it won't be like that all the time. They'll get a clue that you the same person. You're just an evolved person and you don't want to keep having the connotations, any connotations linked to your past on where you're headed or what you're evolving into or what you've evolved into. You know? I wouldn't give a fuck. If somebody said Eternal Dragonfly, I'd be like, what's up? If they say Mia, I say, what's up? If they say Lamia, I'll be like, what's up? I don't care. All that I am. Whatever created me to this point, then that's just what it is. What you call me. If that's my name, and I gave it to myself, or people saw it in me and said, this is like my mother and father who named me that. Or if somebody named it, you took it on, I'm like, okay, you gonna call me that, all right, man? Now, if you don't like that, then you have to figure out a way to tell people that ain't what I like. I ended up with this name because somebody said this and that, and at the time, I thought it was a cool idea, but motherfucker, that is not who I am. This is who I am. You know? When you do it like that, you got a lot of work to do. To reprogram people into seeing you as something else other than what the fuck, whatever the fuck. Like the game. He may not like that name. I don't know. He said he wished he was more like, he would have came in more like Kendrick. I thought about that and I was like, damn, he must just wanted his name to be Jayceon or Jayceon Taylor as a rapper, which would have been dope as fuck, right? Like this Jayceon Taylor, just like Kendrick Lamar kind of situation, which is kind of, you are who you are. I ain't got no, it ain't nothing. This is me. Good, bad, ugly is the text of Kendrick Lamar. Ain't no other name gonna be on Wikipedia but that one. Kind of shit. I get it, but that's not what happened. That's not how you came in. That's not what happened. That's not your story. Your story is you came in as this. You were in gang activity, this and that. Okay, what's wrong with that? You still got a legal name. And people gonna say that too if they want to. If they don't, why should you care? You done built your name up this far, where if you say it, a motherfucker at least know who you is. Even if it's a common word, you know? Switch it up. Be creative, you know? You see how you can be creative just with a name? Because name denotes function. For real. How serious is you about it? People go changing their name every day because they ain't playing about it. Look, that ain't my name. Because they don't like it for some reason. They be on the look. I don't care. Don't call me that kind of shit. And they do what they do in order to establish that that's no longer me. This is who I am. And that be most of their life. They be having to do that shit for years and years and years. My brother, his street name was Jerome. His real name is Najee. That's his Muslim name. So many people still call him Jerome. He didn't get to the point, he probably don't even correct him no more. But it was a time, that's not my name. My name is Najee. And he kept having to do it so often. Like, that's kind of crazy. You know? But people be programmed a certain type of way. And then sometimes they ain't trying to be funny. They just programmed that way. Then sometimes they be trying to be funny because they know you don't want that name. You want a more righteous name or a name that got a little bit more sauce on it. You know? So they try to play you with that shit. It's a lot of work to do on yourself, ain't it? It's a lot of work to do tied and connected to your right path, your career choice, your brand, your platform. So don't look at nobody else, because you ain't even got time. You see how much time you ain't got? All right, y'all. If you're feeling the vibe, air signs, please like, share, and subscribe. Love and light.